Hi, this is the homework. Well, I'm trying to do the homework for Arduino Uno R4 Paul McWhorter's class on the Arduino Uno R4 Wi-Fi. Class was to, or at least the previous class was to bounce a pixel around the LED matrix, and I think the homework for this class was to make a bit of a Pong game out of the bouncing pixel sort of thing. So I have my code here, and this is kind of partially to do with the lesson, but it's not exactly the same code. So I used a potentiometer. So I hooked up, because Arduino has a whole lot of analog inputs, so I hooked up a potentiometer to the Arduino, and I made the game out of that. So instead of moving the pixel with buttons, or moving the blocker with buttons, and move it with the potentiometer, this is the same as in the class. I think it's a frame. I think Paul McWhorter called it a frame. I call it an LED frame. The I and the J is the column and the rows, the same as Paul McWhorter's. I put these variables CI and CJ, which is change in I, change in J, which is starts out at 1 and then reverses to -1. So it adds 1 or +1 to make the movement to the LED to make it move. And then simple setup, the begin the LED matrix and begin the serial. In order to avoid using delay over and over again, because in the other lessons, in the Pico lessons, we're trying to avoid using time.sleep. So the Arduino equivalent is the delay. So instead of using delay, I used kind of measurements of this millis function. And the millis function exists in all Arduino programs. You don't actually have to call it. It's just there. And you basically take millis, which is the number of milliseconds apparently since 1970 or something, and it's just counting all the time. And then you take a measurement, and you measure against it. So you take a measurement, and then you put it in a variable, and then as the time goes around, you check millis again and check it against your variable and see how much time has passed. So it's a pretty easy way of avoiding delay, using delay, which would hold up your whole program. And then you basically time everything according to millis. So then you go through the loop, you check the pot valve, the value of the potentiometer, you put in your frame, you put where your paddle is. This is the blocker, the paddle that you use to block the ball moving around. And then you go into check millis, see if the time has passed, and this is to determine the ball speed. And then the change in I is I equals I plus the CI, which is either plus or minus 1. So it's I equals I plus 1 or I minus 1 as it goes around, checking the previous millis. So you check int ball speed against millis. If the time is the amount of time has passed, determining the speed of the ball, you add 1 or minus 1 in the direction that it goes. If the number goes over a certain, below or above a certain number, you switch it around, you multiply it by -1, it goes in the other direction. And then if the ball bumps into the paddle, basically you get an increase in your score, you get a message saying you blocked it, and you get the score printed out down here. The score is printed out in the serial print line, and then it switches the ball switches the other direction. So Okay, so this part here basically renders the LED matrix, and then Millis will, this little program is the ball speed minus 3 milliseconds. So it erases LED frame equals 0, and it basically erases the old ball position, and then so the new one can show up on the next go around. So this is, I'm just going to go ahead and, okay, so here's, sorry, this is my Arduino, and there's a little bit of film over this, otherwise the thing will look blurry. And this is my potentiometer that I'm going to control the paddle. I made the paddle like 2 LEDs wide, although sometimes it gets stuck in between like that. And then I just basically added 1 to the panel. So instead of the paddle moving from 0 to 8 or 0 to 7 or 8 LEDs, it moves 7. So so you have an extra one on one side, so it reaches the other side. So I'm just gonna reset this, and you can see here. Sorry. So you can see, I'm going to control the, see now it shows, oh, I missed one. That counts as 2 on my game. So I blocked one here, blocked another one, blocked another one, and there you go. Now I'm in positive digits anyway. I built this game, but I'm not good at it. So, anyway. Okay, so that's pretty much what I did. And I think that's, I'm blocking more without even trying. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.